Alright. If I can go and find... Oh, is everything going good? Yeah, okay. I need to find the freaking, the library. Where would that library be? I guess I could just go and fall down here. I'm pretty sure it's not that far though. Do a fall, another, oh. Go ahead, sorry, fall down. Maybe through here? No, that's just gonna take me up, isn't it? Yeah, it's just gonna take me up, so I don't need to go there. And I don't want to take the long road back to the other area. Oh yeah, that's right, it won't even let me. No guys, we don't need to fight that right now. Maybe it's in this direction. Let's go check over here. Good stuff. Oh, did I go slip and fall? Oh, let's grab this lift.
Thunder!
Hey, what's up, boy? Hello, what's up? It is going good. It's been good. So far, it's been good. This is the damn library. The library was here the whole time. This is where I was looking for the whole time. But it's been good. How have you been? Or was it Monday? So it's back to work today, right? And similar possessed by darkness. Hold on, don't I get Divine Rose or whatever through here? Oh, this is actually a cutscene that I needed to do? Huh. Well. Days off are tight. And that's the thing also too, because usually I'll like pick a word whenever, like, especially you're back for a second day and I try to pick, okay, I'm gonna have to call this person something, and the only thing that I can call you is a troll. But I've been trying to figure out what to call you. I was thinking more, but changing it to Mori. I was thinking about calling you Vids, but then troll just stands out. It's so dumb. But yeah, like, usually I have like a couple of usuals, and then I'll just pick out like their first or their last whatever screen name that they have. But yours is interesting. I gotta figure out something for it. There's Aerith. And usually troll online and in consoles. Then I love it. Then I will continue with that. Sorry, you should read this. Read what? Oh, Ansem Report. Ansem Report 2, Ansem Report 4, 6. Damn, a bunch of Ansem Reports. Hey, give me Kira. Did she not give me Kira? Lights in darkness, blah blah blah. Nothing too fancy. There it is. Healing powers to Kiraga. Damn, she was hiding that from me. Good job. Okay, so I think I did everything that I need to do here. I got Oblivion and Divine Rose. I think Divine Rose is even stronger. Yeah, it is. It's just short. Difficult to deflect. Capable of dealing strong, doing throws, or oh, it's just plus everything. It's just short. I'll use Divine Rose for now. Alright. We need to bounce to the ounce and get out of here. And head over to Coliseum. Or no. Where do I need to go to? They did Ansem reports. This area? Let's go to this area. Ooh, even more boss music. Is this towards the world that never was or something like that? I'm trying to remember where it is. I should also go back and fight Kershey, or whatever the second boss is for Agrabah, and the second boss for Neverland. The Grim Reaper type dude. That was such a cool, super hard fight that I remember back as a kid. Oh, that was another thing that I was going to ask you. Since you are a connoisseur of just putting yourself through so much Kingdom Hearts pain, did you play Melody of Memory, I think it was called? I'm not sure if you're more of like a rhythm person at all. Close on, but I use it for magic spells. See, I like doing more like wizard magic casting to myself, and so I guess it does give me an extra point to MP, so that is good. Yeah, we need to be able to like more like RPG, like customize your play style in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, but I guess they kind of did that with the Union Cross, maybe a little more. The rhythm, no, I didn't have money for it. It was buy 3 of us. Oh, I feel ya. I feel ya. Ooh, these are crazy. Gummy ships. Ooh, I do not want that. Yeah, I'm more of a rhythm game person, anyways. So I'm playing a Final Fantasy rhythm game right now, and I'm super into it just because of all that good music and everything. But the Kingdom Hearts one, I'm not sure if I want to go and do that one. Unless if it has good, actually, I will do it if it has good, End of the World, that's what it's called. A good challenge to it. That's what I'm looking for, is a nice challenge. Because I'm used to playing like Dance Dance Revolution, Guitar Hero, all the rhythm games and everything. So if it doesn't have a good challenge, like Kingdom Hearts 2 Atlantica, then I'm really not for it. Not that I'm not for it, it's just it'll feel like a slog getting through. End of the World. Ah, yes, the music.
Gorge, is that all that's left of the worlds taken by the Heartless?
Is this slow?
Those worlds will be restored if we beat Ansem, right?
Yeah, kinda. It's alright.
If we do beat him,
But yeah,
and all
3,
these
I mean,
worlds
3 was a good
become
game.
restored and disconnected,
I'd say
what's
3
gonna happen to
3
this
went
place?
in a lot of different
And to
directions.
us?
I did like it. There's
This is
so
Heartless
much to
world,
it,
so
so much
maybe it'll
cutscenes and
just
everything. Beautiful,
disappear.
very
But no
like the
worries.
motion and
Even if
the
this place
movements
goes
and everything
blue,
like that.
our hearts
But
ain't going
I know some
nowhere.
people are just not
I'm
as
sure
down
we'll
with it.
find our pals
But
again.
I really had no
Yep,
problems
I
with it.
just know that we will.
Just being older, it's like, oh man, I just need to be able to stay
Yeah.
awake through
you're right.
these massive cutscenes.
I'll return this. I promise.
Good job, Sora. Okay, I can't go backwards here. Ooh. Oh, that's right. I forgot. We get like dunked on by these dark balls. Oh, it's these guys now. I think the main thing to do, I need to go and customize the spells that I want to use more. Because I probably want to turn Fire Aga off. Hey, give me that thing. I would have probably put stop. Oh. Oh, it's like a trigger then. Customize. Thundera, Fire Aga, Blizzard. But Fire Aga is strong though right now. I'll do. It's probably better that I just run that as a stop. Oh, it's only just stop also. It's not even stoppa or stoppera. Ah, it was a trap. Dark balls. Okay. Oh. Never mind. They can beat up Ooh, look at I see a lot of good rhythm stuff that you're speaking on right now. Oh, that's right. Stop isn't a distance spell. It's a nearby spell. Okay, there it goes. So it was super stuff. My childhood, I played Guitar Hero 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the really good fun ones. I didn't play the Metallica or the Van Halen one. I think I did a little bit of the Aerosmith and Rock Band, of course, when that came out. I played a bit of DJ Hero. DJ Hero was a neat, different one to be able to try out, but we never really got it. Yeah, exactly. DJ Hero, yeah, it wasn't my cup of tea either. DDR Extreme was my workout. Unlocked all songs and tried beating the highest difficulty, but just played Genie in a Bottle. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I got a hard dance mat that I just have stored in the garage right now. And if I wasn't just only streaming at night and I actually had time to stream in the day, I would play it a little bit more and do all that, because yeah, DDR is definitely what was my workout that kept my lungs nice and strong, kept my calves good and just bulky and everything. Love playing DDR. That was me and my buddy's like favorite game to do back in the day. And I definitely miss playing it more without like having to take a really big break. I need to really work on my endurance and play it more often. That's my issue. But yeah, like you said, I think the highest I probably got was like standard hard mode. I think it's called hard, or is it called extreme? I forgot what it specifically is called. But like even playing it at like arcades and everything like that, me and my buddy would have like our standard songs. So it was like, oh, if you're gonna be like, what song are we gonna pick? So it was always for me like Dropout. He liked playing Afro Nova. If we were really wanting to look fancy, God, can I not get on this behemoth? There it is. If we really wanted to look fancy, then like I think that we would pick So Deep on Extreme or whatever was a really fun one because of the trotting motions and everything. That was just fucking blast.
Come on! Thunder! Deep freeze!
I was in middle school playing DDR and Sly Cooper. Ooh, Sly Cooper. I need to give Sly Cooper a lot of love, because mainly I would just like stick around and watch my sister play it mostly, but I never, I think, gave it a good chance myself. But I like the game. It's a really good game. All what, like 3 of them? Sly Cooper, Devious Raccoonus, and I forgot. I know there's 3 of them that I remember. There'd be that and like her favorite Psychonauts and everything. I never gave Psychonauts a good enough chance, and I really should. But yeah, middle school. Yeah, so then at that point, we're just, we might be about the same age, a little older, so that's fun. Super fun. Yeah, because I remember, yeah, especially, yeah, I think when me and my bud started getting into DDR was, I think we found like it wasn't a pump it up machine, because that's corner arrows, or diagonal arrows, Jack and Daxter, Crest Sparrow, Silent Knotts, yeah. And I think we got into Beat Mix or something like that, like a knockoff, because we got into it in the arcades, and it was like embarrassing for us, but we like somehow just like really took to it. And then we were like, hey parents, get us this game. And we started off getting DDR 1, 2, Extreme, and I think he got Supernova. on, or maybe it's not Supernova, but the Supernova equivalent on the PS2, and we would just try to beat all of them and do all the challenges. I really miss doing like the challenge modes of that, and it was so cool because he was able to get like a hard mat instead of like how we practiced on soft mats. Back in the day and everything, and just everything was a crinkle and moving. When he got that hard mat, that changed a lot. We broke that back bar so fast though, and then it was just okay, grab a chair and then just do your work. I'm pretty sure using back bar has ruined my wrist for dentistry. It has been a contributor to ruining my wrist for dentistry, and anything that I do is just constant back barring. There it is. This damn maze. Oh, maybe I got it. It's a trap, right? Red playmat. I know those playmats. They did not deserve what they got going to them. I remember like my other buddy got one of the styrofoam ones. We were like, oh, look at Mr. Fancy here, portable and it works. It didn't work decently, but I know people like modify theirs. I know people modify soft mats into to making their own hard mat and everything like that. And I think I was looking on Craigslist one day and I was like, oh, an L-Tech mat. I was like, oh, I need to go and find this dude who was like in the Bay Area, so that's like 60 miles away from me. I'm like, I'm gonna go buy it from this dude or else I'll miss out. And definitely won on that one because that was fun. And it works great. I think there's like penny modifications that you can do for it, but I don't need to do that unless I really want to get into like stamina, which I do want to get into stamina play, stamina songs. Okay, so just follow the rocks. Let's just follow the rocks. Oh, they point to each other. So it's not even that bad of a maze. It's just all the rocks point to each other. I'm done. Hold on, did I just go backwards? Am I just dumb as hell? I am dumb as hell. That's why I was... Okay. That makes sense. I do have to go all the way to this rock. Alright, let's go fight Chernobog. Come on, Donald Goofy. Oh, big one. What is it, be another behemoth? Or is it going to be a dark side? Oh, behemoth. Thank you, Donald. magic. There we go. Alright. Mithril shard. Nothing else. I want to go and get the defender shield for Goofy, but I'm not sure if they still made that specifically a drop, or if it's or if I have to synthesize the defender. I know Save the Queen and King and Save the King is a defender one, or is a synthesized one. And it seems like they're handing out that Orichalcum synthesized material in this one in Final Mix, so kind of a bit weird. One question, how long does it take to create or make dentures? Ooh, right up my alley. All these demo questions generally are, but we can talk a little bit about that. I saw some videos of you making dentures. Want to know if there was any difficulty or tricky to the process. It's nicer to have some artistic background. It's nicer to have an artistic background to your kit, because then you can kind of see things as they should be and mimic it, which is very handy, which I do not have like at all. I have to like really like do checklists in my mind to be like, okay, I need to remember that this is here, this looks more natural tucked this way or that way, and such. How long does it take though? Let's say, because it's really dependent on it's really phase driven. So usually to like go through all the steps to make a denture, from the dentist gets an impression or tells the assistant to make an impression, then it goes back to the lab, we make like a custom tray, or we make a bite block of wax that kind of mimics what teeth should be doing. Then it'll go back to dental office. So let's start at that first one. How long does it take to make a custom tray or a bite block of wax, essentially? About like 30 minutes to an hour. And 30 minutes if you're like really good. You can be really quick at it too. An hour if you're really just like trying to finish it and everything. Then it goes back to the dental office. They do their nonsense and either take a brand new impression with the stuff that you made, or they make markings on your block of wax that they gave you, and they say, hey, here's the tooth shade, here's some markings that we want you to follow. Make the next step where you put teeth inside of that wax and make it look like a denture, but it's just made of wax. You get that, so it's like, okay, I'll put this to become a wax try-in, and to set up and do all that can take about an hour if you're still having troubles and like really like kind of like slow, methodical. It could take like about an hour per arch, so top and bottom, so about like an hour and a half. Slap them both together, especially if it's an easy case, about an hour and a half or so, and then you'll send that back to the dental office, and they go and put that in that patient's mouth and like, hey, does this look good to you? Does this feel good to you? Do you want to proceed and go to changing it into acrylic into its final stage? Patient says yes, or hey, make a slight change here, but yes, let's go to the final stage. Dentist sends that back to me and says, hey, process it and finish the wax try-in into a finished and processed and finished denture. Now that's where it takes the longest, because that means, okay, everything's good. Now I have a couple options to be able to get it to that phase where either I'm going to put it in a brass flask and boil it out and put a mixed dough and pack it in there and boil it to cure it, to make it hard. At that point, if I do a heat curing method, that takes about 2 hours of preparation, and then 8 hours of letting it sit in boiling water to cure up and get to its final setting stage where it is hard, and it doesn't have it doesn't have stuff in it. It doesn't have like monomer left over in there. And then after you wait that 8 hours, which usually like put it in before the night, come in, turn it off in the morning, and you're gonna go finish it down. Finishing it can take anywhere from 45 minutes per arch. So about, if you do top and bottom, an hour and a half again, to an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it can be a long process for that final step, and then just send that out. I heard it usually takes a week to a month after all the steps and processes. When it comes to how well synced up the lab and the laboratory and the dental office is with getting things going, it can definitely take a week. It can take a couple of weeks, usually about 3 weeks or so. If you're really on it, like the patient's like, hey, call me when you need me for the next step. That's awesome, because that means like we don't have to put you on a schedule and super wait for this next step to be done. It's just, hey, we got this next step in, come on in, blah blah blah, send it to the lab gets it back to us. Okay, hey, come on in, blah blah blah. It can take 3 weeks at a good 3 weeks probably within a good setup. But there are dental offices that have in-house laboratory technicians. That means I have a space somewhere in the cave of the dental office that I just do all my work like a little gremlin, and I make things then and there for the office. In those situations, then we are dealing with probably, depending on your workload, we could do it in a week. Yeah, we can absolutely do it in a week, because I can do the first phase that same day, bring them in the morning. They tell me, hey, make this step. I'll make that step by the afternoon, bring the patient in at the end of the day, and get that next step. Okay, make the wax try-in. I'll do that the following day and say, hey, bring them in at the end of that following day. And okay, good, it looks good. And given I have the teeth and everything in the correct shade and color. Okay, so that's, say, like Tuesday, we got the wax try-in in there. Patient says, okay, let's do that. I'm gonna need about 2 days to get this next part going, because that means when I come back on Wednesday, I'll start my 2 hours of getting everything prepared and everything. I'll do my 8-hour boil. Hello there, Hagafar. Nice to see you doing the following thing and everything. Awesome, you. But let's say now it's on Wednesday. We spent 2 hours in the morning, and then we're going to do an 8-hour process. So maybe I'll put that 8-hour process throughout the day, or maybe I'll put it in at the end of the day. And so Thursday morning, I'll come in and I'll take it out of the boiling hot water, open up the flasking jig, and then I'll process and finish it. So you can think maybe by the end of Thursday we can have it ready, and that's like nothing else is nothing else is taking up that time and that space and everything. But yeah, in a good situation, you can get it in about a week with all the stars aligning. A month, absolutely, that's a kind of a normal steps and stages. When it comes to, like, I used to work in prison as a dental assistant. Here's a weird stipulation. The only way that for you to be considered to get a denture in prison is if you had 1.5 years of time to spend in prison. Then you'll be able to qualify to get a denture, which is insane, because then you can just think of it as like, oh, I only have like a year to spend in prison, and I have like no teeth to eat food with. That means I'm going to spend a lot of time just mashing with my gums to eat, because I don't meet these specific requirements. So that's kind of like one of the things that potentially can happen in those situations, where it just takes a little bit long, where it takes astronomically longer. Let me go and rehook this up, because I'm not getting audio through my my little thing. But yeah, good question, as always. Okay, it did fix up. And of course they used up all their freaking spells. But Donald's got Meteor, or whatever the hell that wand is. Oh, I wonder if Goofy has a special one out here. Here's something. Ultimate G. Oh, good. I can creep. But yeah, that's kind of the process and steps of like making a denture, and it's really fun. I would say it's really fun because just the process behind making it, the whole steps that require for you to do it, is able to be done fairly quick and just kind of at your own pace. And I like that because then I can just kind of throw on YouTube, or I can throw on music and just listen to that all day while I make dentures, and it's a super sweet gig. Oh, guardian angels or wherever they call these doodads. Come on. Dang it, Divine Rose. Ooh, a toothpaste question. Let's see, what's your opinion about toothpaste? Because all dentists said usually a favorite or best choice for the patients. I heard Colgate is an easy and safe choice, and charcoal toothpaste is sometimes. Good question. A popular choice. I definitely can see the cogs working right there, and that is a good question I would usually get from a lot of my students about what would be like the best choice of toothpaste and everything. The most simple answer, without having to say like you have to this or have to that, is get the one that you like. Get the one that tastes good to you. Get the one that you can tolerate. And as long as you're using it, sweet. Quite literally though, you do not even have to use toothpaste to go and get your teeth clean. Toothpaste, or back in the day used to be called tooth polish, was just an additive to freshen your breath, help remove stains if you get any of the gritty stuff and everything, and even some of the newer stuff that has these different types of additives in there to help with like gum disease or calculus buildup and everything, can help a little bit with it. And just like you said, so child bubblegum, it just an additive just to make you want to do it is even good. But you don't have to. If you just go and brush your teeth with just water, the main thing that you're looking for is that scrubbing action to get that plaque off of your teeth and into the sink, or if you're hardcore, swallow that plaque and just create genocide for the little bacteria that have been propagating in your mouth and everything. But as long as you go and do it, brush on there, that's the best situation. So like in situations where people are like, oh, I can't use toothpaste because of this, find something that you can use, something that tastes good, something that doesn't bubble up. People don't like the foaming action. Some people don't like the gel taste. They like the paste taste. Some people will use powder, and they'll just sprinkle powder on their brush and just brush with that, which will create more of a foaming action. It's kind of whatever you like. Me, as a personal choice, I like Arm & Hammer toothpaste. I like the taste of it, which like no one likes that taste. I can understand that, but that's one thing that people have gone into, people have looked for. But one of the things that you did mention, charcoal toothpaste. If I ever had to go and recommend a toothpaste to someone, it would be whatever you choose. But for not recommendations, one of them would be charcoal toothpaste. You can use it, but use it every so often. Charcoal toothpaste has abrasives in it, like a lot of things, like a lot of toothpaste these days that say whitening action. There's two ways of whitening your teeth. One's through abrasiveness. That means you're going to go and wear down the layers of your tooth to go and brighten or get that unstained tooth from underneath to shine a little bit more. The second way of going and whitening your teeth is through a chemical action. So that means some of these toothpastes might have hydrogen peroxide or carbamide peroxide additives in there that will help remove the stains in a chemical form rather than in a frictional form. and that's a good thing to kind of know what to do. Now, if you're using charcoal toothpaste, it has a little bit of too much abrasiveness where it will wear away your enamel just quicker than you normally probably should be. So, for people that like to kind of have that extra clean, smooth feel, whitening happening, use charcoal toothpaste like once a week. Twice a week if you really want to, but it shouldn't be an everyday thing because you don't need to go that far as far to whiten your teeth. If you're going to whiten your teeth, do it chemically, not abrasively. We want to keep as much structure as there is, not wear it away. And chemically, and doing it through hydrogen peroxide or whatever additive to whiten teeth may seem harsh, but it's not as harsh as having grounded down tooth. Dip the brush in baking soda. I heard about it only. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Just put it in baking soda is one of them. Another thing is just even put it in baking soda and sprinkling a little bit of hydrogen peroxide on your toothbrush to help with that foaming action, and it'll help remove stains a lot more easier. Such as if you were to have coffee stains, tea stains, it helps to just be able to do that on its own, and you're generally good to go. I don't know if this is more surgeon related, but if there's, oh good, we have another person that's probably been creeping, definitely, right? This is more surgeon related, but I learned that ice cream looking brick that they put in your mouth that tastes absolutely terrible and awful. I know it's a mold, but why does it taste? Okay, cool. I know exactly what you're talking about, and you're speaking about specifically something that's called a fluoride tray. And actually, let me go and head over to my channel real quick. I know we're on my channel already, but if I can just go over to my channel where I have a video about what's it called? Fluoride trays. And I'm guessing that's what we're talking about potentially, is a fluoride tray. It's like a thing that you put in your mouth, and they put like a gel or a foam in there, and then they have you like have it in your mouth with a suction that takes it out. Let's see, do I have I have my video for it, but let's see, fluoride tray. You're saying a brick though, but I'm guessing it's more of like these. Let me see, can I just bring it up here? Yes. And where is it at? Oh no, let's not do that one. Then I'm just gonna save the image, save it wherever, I really don't care. Let's go and drag that onto the screen, and bam. Maybe it looks kind of like the brick when I had it, but it was gum grafting, so I had no idea. So it may not be this that we're talking about, right? Maybe not. You said, I think, a brick, so it kind of looks like a brick when I had it, but it was for gum grafting, so I had no idea. So I think I know what you may be talking about. It tastes absolutely horrible. It tastes absolutely terrible and awful. I know it's a mold, but why does it? It was like mint or strawberry as the two flavors, if that helps. Usually mint and strawberry. It's probably something that's like this that we have over here, which is called a fluoride tray. In situations like when you get like cleanings, especially like as young lads, as we grow out of, anyone from the age of 0 to 17, if you have dental insurance, usually will recommend that the hygienist or a dental assistant with the proper licensure give you a fluoride tray, and they'll go and fill that little horseshoe, which will be a top and a bottom, and it will be filled with, like you mentioned, mint, strawberry, vanilla. Grape was all right. Banana's just freaking disgusting. But there was even more terrible ones like root beer, marshmallow, chocolate. Don't ever, if you really want to trigger your gag reflex, do any of those ones that seem like they would taste good, and they just do not. But the reason why they would do something like this thing, is to help with your enamel. If you have this material on your teeth. I know banana or chocolate, it is disgusting. If you have this stuff on your teeth topically for about a minute and a half to 2 minutes, depending on what material you use, it's going to topically, meaning that on the surface of your teeth, make it a lot more resistant to cavities or bacteria that can cause cavities in your near future. And so it's really good for the health of children that are just mad about getting sugars into their body, because all that apple juice, orange juice, anything juice related, sugar related, soda being just washed onto your teeth is going to chemically erode away the teeth. Not just erode, which means to dissolve the tooth structure. It's also going to give that bacteria food supply to be able to poop out acid that makes holes in your teeth. So this helps strengthen your teeth to be a little bit more resilient, but it sucks because it does taste terrible. It really does. Another alternative to this, but you're still going to get the super nasty flavor, is going to be a fluoride varnish, which is an alternative. Varnish. Now the fluoride varnish is a little bit easier because it is like a nail polish essentially for your tooth, and it does the same thing. It applies oh, that didn't open up. Why did that want to open up in Paint? I can get another one that looks like this one. Should be fine. Let me save that image. Is that JPEG? It is JPEG. Okay. Boop. There we go. Fluoride varnish is the other one that you have options to. This is kind of like, it comes in a small little cup and a small little brush. They'll go and just mix it up, paint it onto each one of your front teeth, but even they can get the back teeth. And this is going to help, like I mentioned, improve your enamel, that outer white layer of your tooth, so that's super strong and resistant to cavities being able to be formed. So it's useful. Usually insurances don't cover it after you turn into like a legal adult, 18, if you're here in the States, but it's an option that can happen, or it's an option that's really good for people that could use it, like children. But even in cases where you're an adult, if you have the funds to be able to pay to get fluoride treatments, it's super awesome. Don't they sell that varnish over the counter? They may sell a type of varnish over the counter, but it's not going to be to the strength that like the dentist is going to have with this material. Like as an example, if the over-the-counter material has a 3% strength, this thing has 16.5% strength. And you can even look at it more as your toothpaste has a 1.5% strength. But essentially, the benefit of having the varnish or the fluoride tray, the gel and foam and everything, is the varnish is super fucking sticky, like crazy. I actually have some. Let me go grab one real quick. All right, so like I mentioned, here's the thing of varnish. I have kids, so I already know that they're already gonna have issues with candy and everything like that. So I just have varnish that I can use for them. Remember, it comes in a small little cup and a brush that accompanies it, and it's usually really liquidy. But if it's exposed to like air, then it doesn't dry up. It becomes super sticky, like I mentioned. This shouldn't be holding on to it like this. This is super sticky to the point where if I was to like paint this onto like my tooth or like my nail, it'll just hold on because of how sticky it is. And when it's on your tooth painted there, it's gonna stick there for about 24 hours at best if you follow the directions of the hygienist or the assistant that applied it. And it's really good, but it still has that taste to it. So the only benefit to using varnish is because if the patient doesn't like the taste of it, if they try to like rinse their mouth and spit it out, it stays sticky to the tooth, so you're not really going to get it off. So that's nice, especially for kids. It's a lot more acceptable. Halloween must be a nightmare or challenge for all dentists. You can look at it as that, or you can look at it as it's a really good time to make money. But in that fact, a lot of times, especially for dental parents, parents that know a bit about dental, when Halloween, right before Halloween or right after Halloween happens, they get fluoride varnish on their teeth to help protect or re-protect their teeth from everything that just went and happened. I don't really remember using varnish, but the flavor just lasts for 24 hours. That flavor may be a varnish, maybe, because it's just it may be a varnish that you were dealing with because it has that like longer lasting effect, but I can't say for sure that it is. Oh, what's happening with my controller? I need to sync this one too. But it sounds along that line of an additive that would help your teeth become nice and strong. That's what it seems like, but I mean, I could be wrong. Oop, that's too loud. But I could be wrong. But yeah, good question, Capital. Or I'll call you Chirp. Let's see, I'll call you Chirp. But yeah, good question. If you have any questions like that or anything that you have mind about, you can always ask, and I might have an answer to tell. I've been in this field for what, 15 years? Chirp is white for anyways. Good that I chose that. I correct myself. But yeah, I've been in this field for 15 years, so I've seen a good amount. I've taught it for 7. I've taught in this field for 7 years, and now I'm moving on to like doing dentures, which I hope to do for the rest of my life also. But yeah, good questions. I love hearing about them. Okay, I think I saw that there's a save point down here. The pediatric dentists and regular dentists have different training. Very good, keen eye to that. And yes, when it comes to becoming a pediatric dentist or a pedodontist is what their true like title would be. A general dentist, your regular off the street dentist that you'd become, is the first base level. That's being like the newbie to the dental field of being a dentist. And when you are a general dentist, then you can go and specialize and become any of, I think there's 11 or 12 dental specialties that are out there. One of them being pediatrics. And in that case, you would just go back into school, more school, after you just did 8 years of school, to go and become a pediatric dentist. And that's where you're just going to be studying more of just the field as far as it relates and pertains to like children, even though there's like not that really much different mouth to mouth. You just go and focus more on things that are to come. As an example, you learn a lot more about pulpotomies, baby teeth root canals, the growing pattern and normal things that a normal things that a pediatric mouth would have to go through, and being able to notice certain things such as, oh, looking at the pattern of these x-rays, this child is probably not going to have enough room in their mouth for all the teeth. So this is a preemptive thing that we can go and start advising the parents to get them into preventative level of braces. So that's them having like braces at like age 7 or 8 years old to help prevent things from getting out of whack. And usually you can hit braces up in like 3 different stages, where it's like preventative, interceptive, and reparative. And so that's like 8 or 7. Interceptive is like 11, about 10 or 11, and then like corrective or reparative will be anywhere from 14 and beyond, because all your teeth are now nice and set. Usually when you become a pediatric dentist, you have to go through more training, like I mentioned, more school. So I believe it's 2 to 3 years. It's one of the short specialty routes that you can go. But because you can become a pediatric dentist, you can go and become a root canal dentist and endodontist. You can become an oral surgeon, a maxillofacial oral surgeon, an OMFS. You can become a periodontist, a gum specialist. You can become a prosthodontist, someone that makes like crowns, bridges, dentures, and all those different things. Then there's like weird ones, which is like public health, radiation not therapy, radiation, surgeon type of deal. Then you can become a pathologist, a dental pathology person. Then you can become why am I forgetting a lot of, there's so many different, radiology dentistry. And it's just a weird one where you just go and look at CBCTs, cone beam computed tomography, like films, and you're just like, okay, well, this, if we look at all these slices of a skull in an x-ray, it looks like this little mass that's right there is malignant or benign, bad or good, as far as what the hell's happening in that person's jaw. They can also be helpful for radiology dentistry for situations where you need help planning like an implant, or planning an implant placement for a general dentist and such. There's also implantology is another specialty that's out there too. Why the hell am I blanking on some? Perio, I did perio, prosto, orthodontist, braces specialist, right? Is another one that's out there. And there's supposed to be a couple more, but some of them are like weird and wacky, where it's like radiation dentistry, or it's public health, or whatever it is. Do dentists generally get training on wisdom teeth even they don't become surgeons for that kind of thing? Yeah, because that is something good to know, because it seems like a lot of times when a wisdom tooth is being referred to a specialist, it's because that dentist potentially just doesn't have the training. Now, it's not training that you generally only get from school. You can get that training from just on-the-job training, having that kind of getting like a mentorship through oral surgeon that has more of that expertise, into them just teaching you how to do extractions, especially for difficult teeth like upper, first, second, and third molars, lower wisdom teeth, which has danger because there's a nerve that runs below the teeth that's called inferior alveolar nerve. And the dangerous part of dealing with that lower nerve branch is that if you go in accidentally while taking out that tooth, cut it, sever it, interact with it at all, you can lose feeling in that lower jaw and the teeth that are in line of it, and feeling in like the tongue, if you hit the lingual nerve, or the lips or cheek. So that's why there's people that like, hey, I'm not going to touch the crazy wisdom tooth. But when I worked out there, I worked for a guy that was really good at root canals and really good at oral surgery. So those didn't scare him away. He had the competence. To be able to handle those things, but also the know-how to not get further into things that he wasn't ready for. So he would sit and plan implant procedures and take like a week to make sure everything was in line and plan for this hard thing. So yeah, you can get training to do it, but you don't need to call yourself a specialist. And on that, if you are a general dentist doing like a wisdom tooth extraction, let's say that it costs $320, where if you go to a specialist, they will charge you $600, $700 to get that wisdom tooth out. That's because you're paying for like their expertise and knowledge, but also that specialist, that oral maxillofacial surgeon, might want to put you under anesthesia where you're just knocked out and just sleeping. That might be an extra $500 to $1,000 just to put you out, and at that point, let's just take all four of the teeth out, because that's like their bread and butter. Even with wisdom teeth that weren't that deep, I was still dealing with a lot, so I would definitely want my surgeon to have that job experience if I had that option. Oh yeah, definitely. In the case that I was working in a small town where there was probably like maybe 4 or 5 dentists of a small town, none of the other, let's say 5 dentists, none of the other 4 dentists were competent enough to do upper molar root canals, because there are a lot, and they could be difficult, or doing wisdom teeth. So those other 4 dentists would take those patients and refer them to specialists. But somehow, if that patient figured out, hey, if I go to the 5th dentist, that 5th dentist says that he can do that that same day, or he can definitely handle that procedure. That's where we're potentially taking a, let's say, $1,000 treatment and make it a $500 treatment. That's a benefit to us. It's a benefit for the patient because they don't have to go and just wreck all of their insurance and empty their wallet to get a treatment like that done. We can handle it. And it's nice, like you mentioned, that they do have that experience. Sometimes people will settle, or not settle, some people will just be like, oh, I just need to get these teeth out, and I don't care who takes them out as long as they can get every piece out. That's what we were there for. And so it's a good thing to be able to have, if there is. Oh, Chernobog, we're gonna mess you up. Oh, is he not? It's not the area yet? Oh, almost. Oh, it's not there yet. Oh shoot, where'd I go? Yeah, but good question about, good question. That's a very common one to have that people ask about. Oh, I can't go back up. That people ask about, especially with like wisdom teeth and stuff that pertain to it. It's very common to that. The wisdom teeth specialists also definitely don't play around. I had my operation done within the hour, which was definitely surprising to me. Oh yeah, they're maybe it's just a little easier since it wasn't super deep. Yeah, exactly. Back when I used to work in prison, I had another dentist that was a army dentist, and you can think like how rough those guys can be. Super cool guy. He just had a clear, I know exactly what this tooth looked like on an x-ray. I know how my actions and influences on them with my dental instrument will get it to creak or move this way and that way, and he would just pop those suckers out super quick, whether it was a normal regular tooth over here in the front or a wisdom tooth over in the back. They had that experience and plan where they knew how, like you said, not how to play around. Also in the situations where, like you mentioned, like he had it out super quick because it wasn't super deep, he made bank off of that. He probably came in there, did your treatment, got another person numb in room 2, got another person room in room 3, they're knocked out, come in, just pop, 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 get yours out, go over to that room, pop, pop, pop. That fool probably made like $5,000 within an hour to do your treatment and the other 2 that are next door to you. And they can demand that because of that experience and everything. Just hopefully that the people that were there can afford it. That's a really good thing. But a typical surgical extraction of like a wisdom tooth, especially if you're just dealing with like one, you can get that sucker out in about 10 to 15 minutes. And 10 to 15 minutes, get that sucker sewed up with like a suture, get a gel foam packed in there so that there's a less risk for dry socket or anything like that, and just be on your way. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet to work with those dogs. Ooh, Travis Trent. Oh, that's right. This is gonna bring me into all this. That probably explains why they have the resources to refer to anesthetic company. Yeah. Yep. Oh man, they do. And there's a lot of situations where it's just.
Thunder!
There's a lot of situations where it's just going to be where they'll have an anesthesiologist, like you mentioned. They'll have an anesthesiologist that will come and handle one part or the other, so that they can, so that the doc can move to room. And it is really important that the anesthesiologist is there if they do have that as a mandatory thing or an offering. Especially when it comes to dealing with pediatric patients. When I was teaching, there was a lot of times where when we would get to our pediatric section, and I had to kind of go through with my students, like, hey, in some situations when you get put to sleep for any type of treatment, dental, medical, whatever it is, on that sign-in, on that disclosure, on that consent sheet, there is literature in there that says, hey, if you die, there's a potential for you to not wake up, essentially pass away because of complications that can happen, and that you can't sue us, even though it's the USA, you can sue anyone. But there is situations where I had to go into detail, like, hey, here's a case where this person died. Why did they die? What could have been a possibility that caused this person to go into organ failure or lack of oxygen? And let's deep dive into, is this the dentist's fault? Is this the patient's fault, sadly? Is this this just happened, sadly? And it gets hard. It gets hard whenever I had to go and do that that subject. 1 second. Oh, alright. Back. This one. Alice in Wonderland. Oh, I can't. Just thunder these guys. Wizards. Open the chest. There'll probably be another round of them over here. Oh, there isn't. Okay. This one. Ooh, defenders. I do not get MP back that way. I'm gonna say, Luca, what the hell did you just start, Donald? You don't have any potions. Let's see. Yeah, good questions on, especially like specialties and everything like that. Specialties is really fun to be able to get into and explain. But yeah, if you have any other questions, toss them at me. I got you guys. Okay, where am I going now? I have to go back out here. Nope, other way. Oh, it's gonna really take me through every world. That means I'm gonna be able to do Neverland and Floaty stuff. Let's see. I wonder, since I've heard some folks using dental stuff to try and get insurance benefits, even if their patients don't need it. Ooh, this one's fun. Dental fraud, yeah. Has there been a development in insurance to fix exploits? Oh, there is definitely constant eyes to look at fraud and take care of it before as quick as possible. But sometimes there are like weird loopholes that they find a way to get around. One good one to look at is it was you can like find it on YouTube. There was a video called, I guess it was Dateline NBC. They had a video called Dollars and Dentists, and I think in the second half, or maybe it's in the first half of that Dollars and Dentists video, it talks about a certain corporation using essentially, like insurance funds and Medi-Cal funds and exploiting it to be able to get more money, right? So like as an example, you get a child coming in and they need a filling. Well, in this company, they think that if a tooth has more than 2 surfaces that are involved in cavities, that means like an in-between space and a top space, then it should be deserving of a stainless steel crown, the little metal teeth that kids get. And in certain situations, they'll say, "Oh, well, I mean, can you just put a filling in there instead of a crown?" And that dentist, through that corporation, kind of influencing that dentist to process this way, they might say, "Oh no, if we put a filling in there, it potentially can risk cracking that tooth because it is more filling than tooth. So we really highly recommend that we're going to put a crown on there." Well, that kicks a, let's say, $100 filling procedure to like a $350 procedure with that stainless steel crown. And if that stainless steel crown happens to need a pulpotomy, a baby tooth root canal, then you just even crank that sucker up more. And that's unfortunate when it could have been as simple as a simple filling versus this. And in that Dollars and Dentist video, which is like an hour long, you can kind of just like find the real good sweet spots. You can really get mad about how people are really ruining the system. Another thing that you can do if you ever wanted to get angry at the system is if you, in whatever state that you live in, you more likely have a dental association or a dental board. And on these dental boards, like mine is the Dental Board of California, you can go in there and find a hot sheet or a hot list, essentially a list of dental professionals or licensee professionals. Doesn't have to be dental only, it can be medical or cosmetologist or whatever, but you can look and see which of these people that have been licensed has either lost their license, got it revoked, got it suspended, given up or abandoned their license, or they retired their license. And you can find some really neat things under some of those that will definitely put your hairs on end. As far as, and it goes everywhere from some guy that used his medical license to promote fraud, right, to get the maximum amount out of the insurances, which is terrible, to people that accidentally took out the wrong tooth, to some individuals that don't do anything on the job wrong. They just got like a DUI. They were driving while intoxicated, and because you were a holder of a license in a state, that it needs to be reported under your license so that anyone that looks you up can see that that's there. Or that they had like marijuana on them, and even to like the worst ones, which is like what we call the fondlers. Essentially, like some weirdo wacko that's saying, "Oh, the reason why you have pain in your jaw is because the muscles in your jaw translate to the muscles in your neck, which is attached to the muscles in your upper region of your chest," and which is a super far out lie that a medical dental professional can use that knowledge, which is incorrect, to go and fondle and trick certain type of people into actions. So it's just it can get really messed up. But I mean, that's in every profession, that's in everything that we ever see. But that was always the one that I always showed my students, as far as like, hey, if you see something, say something. Don't let stuff like this go on, because that's super messed up. There he is. There's the fat body. Is there a good way to figure out if someone's trying to do the kind of stuff, and is there any way to report it as a patient? Ooh, can you report it as a patient? One thing that you can absolutely do is when you go in for your first appointment as a patient, what you can do is, for one, request a copy of your treatment plan specifically. Hey, can I get a copy of my treatment plan, which they should hand out to you. And it should be an itemized list of what procedure needs to be done on that tooth, and and you can even look at what has been completed, such as, oh, what have you billed me for so far that has happened to my mouth, right? And that's where they can, like, their eyes can open and be like, oh yeah, no problem, we'll give you your itemized list of treatment. And if you look at some that will say completed, oh yeah, I got on that tooth, I did get a root canal on that tooth, oh I got a filling on that tooth, but I don't remember getting my wisdom teeth taken out. So why does it say tooth number 132, 16 and 17 are completed and removed? Because I still have them, I know I do. That might be that situation, someone has built something preemptively before anything else has happened. So that's one way, is get an itemized sheet of treatment that's been completed and treatment that was proposed to you, things that the dentist or the front office said that doctor recommended that you get this, this, and this. Can you report it? Yeah, you can report it to your insurance, one, because if those insurance people find even just a sniff of fraud happening, oh, they will go and rip havoc on that patient, on that office. So definitely that is a good place to go. Minnow, how do you play the game? It's a simple hack and slash game.
Thunder!
For Kingdom Hearts and everything. So it's just lock on to monster, just hit X until you're done. And then Chirp, another one too is, can I report it even further? Apart from just like, apart from, what's it called? Oh, do I have to go all the way back out this way? I think I do. Apart from reporting it to just your dental board, or your insurance, report it to like the dental board, maybe even the Better Business Bureau. So there's a good amount of people that you can get involved in what the heck's going on with all the stuff in my mouth. And then Troll, may I transition to a different question? Oh yeah, why is there a difference between kids or young adults get silver teeth or gold teeth? I remember getting silver teeth and some people get different. That's a good question. Let me go and close a quick door real quick. Alright, so color teeth, I know, the same material or same replacement. Alright, so in the fact of different crowns, so we have ones that are standard stain SSCs and anodized aluminum crowns. I spelled that one. Anodized aluminum dental. They should have a couple versions of them here. Stainless steel crowns and anodized aluminum. Okay, so here's gonna be like your standard set of stainless steel crowns, which is gonna be like the typical thing that you would see like on a kid. And if I can find a good one, let's go and save that one, and then let's go, and I see one right over here that we can use, which it's not really gold, it's kind of more like brass type look to it, but we're gonna save them and bring them up on the screen. Okay, so we'll do this one. These are our stainless steel crowns. This is typically what you're going to be seeing a lot when it comes to children getting a new crown and such. Stainless steel crowns mainly protect the whole tooth, as far as being for like pediatric teeth. So that's all the teeth that you have before the age of 12. Usually, a lot of times you'll have them on the front teeth. Sometimes you can have them on the back, and they'll look just like this. Another one that you mentioned out there, that could be another one, is going to be our anodized aluminum crowns, which is a very small image, but I can bring it up, and here we go. And so these are kind of goldish in look. They're a lot softer than, let me go and kick this one down. They're a lot softer as far as their like form and fit to customize to the patient's tooth, but they work. And it's all temporary. They only need to be around until the baby tooth falls out, which happens at different stages of life. If you're in your, if you have front teeth, all the front teeth usually fall out by the age of about 8 or so. The back teeth will start falling out by the age of about 12, and your canines usually come in at 11 years old. So they only need to last for some part of your 12 years of beginnings of life. But why have that choice? Why even have that? Why don't we just do the gold ones and look super cool? Why are we doing like silver? Another thing that comes to it, right, is going to be money. How much does one pay versus the other? How much does it cost to even get what's it called? To get that material? It all just depends on how much does that dentist want to spend on that end. Which character is the best for this minnow? I feel like Donald is always going to be my go-to guy, but I just like magic, so that's kind of how I feel. Of course, Sora is like the main person that's always blowing everything away, but I like that Donald Duck being all crazy and everything. He just brings joy to my heart. Okay, where am I gonna go? I beat that one. Do I go this way? I think I do. Oh gosh, it's Atlantica.
Deep freeze! Come on!
Oh, I forgot Anna Atlantica has they turn into little squids. It's a killer squid. There it is. But yeah, good question. Good question about which one's the best minnow. Yeah, I like the duck. And then, yeah, Troll and Chirp. Yeah, you guys have good questions that are on the same topic, right? They're all on topic the right way. No worries. Anything and everything. If I can potentially answer it, I'll try. Let's see. Oh, I needed this one. Ooh, Halloweeny.
Thunder!
Oh, I didn't even get my thunder on there.
Thunder!
Man, this thunder sucks. I need to switch out. Actually, I need to switch out Stop. Stop's not really doing that kind of thing. I need to get my fire right on. Gargoyles. Oh, I forgot there's chests in every single one of these. I forgot the one from like the last two. Dang it. I knew I was gonna forget something. Customize. Stop is gonna go back to being Fire Aga. Ooh, I see a green one over there. I think that's gonna be the boss. Can I fly? Can I fly? I can't. Yeah, I can't. Okay. Am I gonna fight anything? Oh, must be over here. Let's see, I just stream on my channel. I also do Battle Royale games and some Monster. Ooh, Monster Hunter's good. Ooh, which Monster Hunter are you at right now? Or which Monster Hunter are you playing right now? Was there anything in there? Donald. Oh, Winnie the Pooh. Mega Elixir? What else is here? Nothing? Oh, a save point. Oh, of course. This would be a save point. Monster Hunter's a really fun game to play. And I think I was talking about yesterday that I really want to kind of get back into playing it a little bit. But I mean, the last one that I got to play and even doing, yeah, Try was fun. Wasn't it? Wasn't Try fun back on the Wii? I remember doing that and like hooking up a keyboard to the USB port on the back and typing out to my buds and everything like that. And then when Try Ultimate came out on the Wii U, That was peak. I really enjoyed that. The DS ones were okay, especially if you had the Circle Pad Plus and everything. Worlds though was really good. Yeah, that's right. Wilds is coming in Feb. Ooh. I played Worlds. I didn't play Frostborn. I did Worlds. Even back on like 2G. Ooh, even when you had to when there was a actually I want to see if I can leave this area first because I want to go back to Hercules. Can I go? I can go back. Okay. Even when Monster Hunter 3rd Portable for the PSP came out, and it was specifically only a Japanese version or whatever, I remember getting the PSP ISO rip of the game and getting a translator for that, getting a translator file for it so we can play it. And me and all my buds would play Portable 3rd, and it was so good. But it was weird transferring over when we got to, maybe it wasn't Try, but it was probably Generations or whatever. And they called a lot of those monsters different names because it was like, what was it? Zinogre was I think it was Zinogre was the original name for the Thunderwolf one, and then all of a sudden it changed names to a different thing, and we were used to that. Whatever. We had so much fun. I love playing Monster Hunter. I've been playing that since Frontier, I think, which is like what, the first or the second one. That's such a fun game. And I know I have Worlds. I know I just have to download Worlds again, but I want to get back into Monster Hunter. When Wilds come out, I'll probably give it a chance. I didn't play I didn't play Rise, and Rise does look fun. I just didn't play it. I think because why didn't I play Rise? I didn't have a Switch. I think that was my thing. But Music Monster Hunter is a good bop. Oh man. Let's see. Like I'm trying to think of like special boss monsters that have like their own specific music to them, right? Because I like the Latreon one from Try, the Latreon or Alatreon or whatever the fuck people call them. That was a good metal song. That was that played during that one. Yeah, that I remember liking that one a lot. I remember cheesing that fight with bow guns in Try and getting him like stuck over behind that left side off of the lava rocks and have him just constantly charging, but you just go and just lay into him with your bow gun. That was fun cheesing him that way. Man, you making me want to go and play freaking Monster Hunter right now. What is it? It's 11:15. Ole Latron is easy, yeah. Oh yeah. I don't even think I even tried them in any of the newer versions of them in these games. But Iceborne, he did come back, huh? No, that creepy one from, was it Worlds? It may have not been Worlds, but that creepy Elder Dragon or whatever it was, the one that would look at you, specifically like your screen as if when you're fighting them and it was looking at you. Oh, I can't stand stuff that look at me, that I can't stand eyes looking at me that I can see. That just it tears me apart. It tears my. Is that Shara? The one that starts off as the gravelly rocks that are like making its whole body, and you break it up, and then you get to see like the actual underlayer or whatever. Oh, that's a nightmare feel. I can't stand that. I can't stand that boss. Oh, that was something else. It was, yeah, fun if your eyes could pay attention to the screen. And of course, like a good other nice music is when Joe came on, right? Good old Pickle Joe would come onto the screen. It's like, oh, he's just there eating his tail. He needs to get more energy. He's just gonna go and eat his tail. He was such a fun one. Me and my buds always had a fun time dealing with him. Devil Joe, that's what his name is. It's called Devil Joe. Fatalis, yes, Fatalis had his own too. Fatalis was hard. Fatalis was hard. I remember playing against him. I think it was on the PSP. Mr. Pickle, yep. It's okay. I think I have a Devil Joe plushie somewhere around here. Something that probably in the garage. Or one of my brothers and sisters has them. I remember when we would go to Anime Expo, we would get like the Monster Hunter sets that would be like, oh, collect all these ones, and each one of them has like a part of a piece of Joe that you just construct and be able to get a full one. Oh, Cedius from, or Cedeus, whatever the fuck they called him, the Sea Dragon, or the Sea Dragon from Tri. It has that big old long sequence, and then it has that like that monk-like chant music to him at the end. That was another one. I heard Wilds will be crossplay. Ooh, I can get down with that. And then me and my brothers play Monster Hunter 2, so when that comes out, I'll probably be streaming it at that time, looking like a complete scrub. I just know it.
Just give up, it'll be
Get her, boys. Don't let her heal. Wilds is gonna be cool then. I know there's been a couple of was your main? Oh, Genji shield for Goofy, cool. Alright. So what do you think I played? That's a hard one. That's a hard one. My main one that I like playing was Hunting Horn. That was my main game. I love playing support roles, so Hunting Horn is where I would usually rock. So of course I was mainly the stunner, or the someone that make them trip or faint or whatever the hell it was called. But yeah, I did a lot of Hunting Horn. It was each one of my little 4-group team. We all had, or of our team, we all had their specified weapons that we used. So I was Hunting Horn. One other one was the hammer. Another one was dual blades. Another person was a lancer. And we were all just dedicated like that weapon. When Tri came out and we got the longsword for the first time, that was cool. Of course, everyone was rocking longsword at that point. Oh, when the charger blade came out, man, that was so broken, but it's super fun. The switch axe was a neat addition too, but I kind of like the charge blade more. But yeah, Hunting Horn is what I would die on. Oh man, I wish I could find. That'd be such a hard image to find. I know I have it somewhere on my hard drive. But me and my buds, when we went to Anime Expo, we cosplayed as our Monster Hunter characters and everything like that. So it was mainly, what gear do you want to? It was mainly, hey, make your gear that you want to wear, make your weapon that you want to wear, or that you want to bring, and we're all gonna go to Anime Expo and just look like a whole thing. And we even had like little meat the spinning cooked meat and everything like that. It was so fun. But guess my dumbass having a big old Hunting Horn that I had to lug around everywhere. And I think specifically the one that I picked was, I think it was a Gobel Hunting Horn, or it was a Barros Hunting Horn. That thing was massive. Oh, that thing was massive. That thing, it doubled as my suitcase for all my clothes and stuff, because it was just like completely hollow inside and everything. but I need to find that. I need to find that that picture. Oh, I'll find it. I need to find it, and then I need to send it to my friends and be like, hey, remember the good old days? Because that shit was like 12 years ago? Maybe 13 years ago when we did that? And my buddy, he I think he had his mom help him sew together a Rajan armor, which he was in the middle of in the middle of summer in Rajan full armor, I should say fur mostly. He was so cooked. He was so sweaty. He was a big dude already. He was just miserable. I'm surprised he didn't stroke out rocking that armor. And then my other buddy, I think he made Rathless armor? Oh, no, he made Raytheon armor. He made Raytheon. I went and spent one night because I didn't have a costume. You can hear sizzling in the gear. Oh, absolutely. I didn't have my costume ready, but I had the materials there. I brought all my materials. So one night I spent hand sewing, I think. No, I did bring my sewing machine. I went and sewed together skivvy armor, my skivvies, the base armor that you have when you take all your armor off. I went and made all that, and that was perfect for the beautiful July weather of California, being at like 100 and whatever. Being in skivvies was just awesome. I was feeling so cool with it. I need to find that photo. It's gonna be a hard photo too, because it was like that, and then one of our other buds was cosplaying as Rurouni Kenshin, and so it just looks odd because it's like three Monster Hunter dudes and like a samurai. It doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure it doesn't make any sense from people that know. Oh, the good old days.
Come on!
You get so many here, that's funny.
Fire!
Yeah, because I think I made Hunting Horde. He made duels. He made some. I forgot what swords he made. One of them did a longsword. No, one of them did a longsword. One of them did a sword and shield. He did dual swords, and then I did Hunting Horde. That's what it was. Go on, Behemoth. Go down. There we go. I need to remember to switch Goofy shield to the Genji shield if it's better. Oh, I get Blizzaga. Ooh, that's gonna be badass. That's so good. But it's not gonna give me time to customize it. My equipment added. Okay, Gooby, Perk Shield, Genji Shield, you get more strength and it's a little bit bigger, so even better. Meteor Strike, you're doing good. Divine Rose, I don't think I can beat it. Divine Rose is where it's at. Someone dresses Godzilla and you and the boys are saying it's hunting time. Oh, that would be fun. Oh, that'd be so fun. That would have been awesome. Leaf Bracer? Do I not have Leaf Bracer on? Yeah, let's do that. So I don't just die. Blitz, MP Rage, Doland, you're fine, and Gooby, you got everything that you need. Let's give you a second chance. Let's see, I have about half an hour or so. Hold on. What else do we get? I got Blizzaga. Customize? Okay, I do got Blizzaga. Let me save. There'd be no way that I can find this image. I remember it was on like someone's. I remember it was like someone posted it on like their website. It may have been even on the Anime Expo website. 2011? I think it'd have been 2012. There's no shot in hell that I would be able to find it. There's no way. There's no way I would be able to find this. I'm definitely I'm not gonna find it. But maybe Google search has gotten better where it can just like recognize. No way. And it may not even be 2012. It may even be 2011. See a lot of people doing bone armor. Bone armor was cool though. Let's see. A couple of the same ones are popping up. What are these guys doing? That bone great sword? Yeah, it is a bone great sword. Couple great swords. Yeah, putting the year in isn't gonna help. It looks like it's just matching a lot of the things that are happening at about that same time. I need to find this so I can send to Anime. Yeah, Anime Expo Monster Hunter cosplay. Yeah, that's my main thing is I need to be able to spot that. Just we were right there in the Great Hall. It's just 4 of us, and I'm pretty sure because I can probably find it if I look deep into like my super old hard drive that I have a copy of. I know I can probably find it. Let me see. Where did I put that? Where did I put that dumb folder at? Let's see. Bam. Oh, actually, while I do that, let's go and put on some music. Okay, so where's that folder at? Pictures. Where do I have all this stuff at? Is it in here? Recovery from old hard drive. Okay, this is 2014. There's okay. I even have the photo of what I found the reference photo of that I took a picture of at that time, so I'm within the right time frame. So I tried to make as much of that in one night at Anime Expo, probably like night night 1, night 2. So that was my starting thing that I wanted to do. Just very base, unarmored look. So the rest of it, a lot of these files are corrupted too. So it'd be even just a harder sell that I would even be able to find it. It won't be in that. It won't be in the FMX one. TM2 hard drive. Okay, every picture folder. I remember making that one. Okay. This tracks down like my phone card and the camera. A lot of saved images, but nothing that sticks out. Oh, that was the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So this is before. Oh, yeah, this should be way before that, because that's something else. 2008, 2010. Oh, this was back when I was in dental assisting school. Oh, and there's the buds. Oh, the buds. Also, my friend made Rajang funny to fight when fighting him. Play TK64 theme. That's hilarious. That is too funny. DK64 theme. Yeah, you get that going, and then you get a Kieran in there. Oh, poor unicorn food. What did I pull? Why did I take a picture of this? Oh, this is back. Oh, this is that room that I trashed. Okay, this was back in. Oh man, this was back when I was learning dental assisting. Oh, the days. So many pictures I took of all this stuff to memorize. It's even funnier. Ooh, the old iPhone that I used to have. Is that Cydia? Yeah, back when I used to have it jailbroken. Huh. The thing is, would I have downloaded that picture if I did it? Oh, my old stick shift car. My Celica, that's what it used to call it. Toyota Celica, that's what I used to have. Oh, when I used to screenshot maps. When we went on trips. This would have been just right about around a little bit before that time. Let's see. Okay, this is when we went in 2012. Because I remember getting that. Oh, that's right, because I did Bart's from Dissidia as a cosplay for when I did one of the years, probably 2013. Oh, Anime Expo? That's right. Oh yeah, and then I see myself all the way over here, next to Hero. Oh, the times. Hold on. Yeah. Why was I wearing a black shirt there? That was before it was cosplaying, so that's 2010. Because 2011 we came back and did more cosplay. Oh, one day I'm gonna find this, because I need to send it to my buddies. I wonder if it's on their Facebook too. Oh, I remember fighting 2 Furious Rajangs. Ooh, Furious Rajang. Small area in armor to get the armor set that boosts attack to level 7, and Marathon Runner 3. Ooh, Marathon Runner. humor bus. It was horrible. that does sound like you really have to have the guts of steel to be able to get that to work, to be able to get that working. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, that stuff was hard. Yeah, those challenges were hard to get. Alright, well, it's 11:30. I'll call it for tonight, and then if I end up finding it and we meet on stream again, I'll bring it up and show it off. But thanks for keeping me, I'll say entertained. Company, that's what it is. Thanks for keeping me company and everything. You're the best, troll. And take it easy. Have a good night and everything. And then hope your day at work tomorrow or so is good.